Good morning. What's quacking, everyone? It's a beautiful day to be film day. Hope everyone's excited. I certainly am. We have a special treat today. It's going to be my very first behind the scenes, and this is going to be awesome. So today is film day at the Pettigrew house. I'm really looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to it all week. It's a little after 11 in the morning. I've had about 3.5 hours of sleep since work, so I am dog tired. I'm exhausted, but I'm also excited to get out and get this video going. We have beautiful weather today. It's slightly windy, but not too bad, so I'm just going to put all my faith into the dead cat on this mic and hope that it filters out the noise. So, got a few things to get done right now. I've got to get my stuff together, hopefully without forgetting anything, because I forget something just about every time. Got to get my stuff together, I got to get some coffee, and I got to get out to the location. So with all that said, let's get moving. Carmelicious is where it's at. If you've got a scooters within driving distance of you, just ditch the Starbucks. Stop burning your money there. Go burn your money at Scooters. It's way better. Anyway, I had something else to share with you. I had something happen to me the other night. I got recognized off of YouTube. Not sure how this happened. I didn't expect it. I've only got 2 videos up right now. Trying to work on number 3 as we speak, if I can actually get there. But I'll tell you about this at the end of the video. It cracked me up. I was laughing. It was really funny. So I'll tell you about that later. Right now, I got to scoot on up to the location and get this thing going. Daylight is burning. All right, so we have arrived. I'm about 2 blocks from my location. I wanted to walk to it so that I could do an intro of my other video and do a little bit of a walk and talk to set everything up. So that's the plan at the moment. I'm going to walk through this historic area, show some homes, eventually end up where we're going, and then we'll go from there and see what comes together. Okay, guys, so I did my intro. I had to do a few takes. It did not go as smoothly as I was expecting, but I think it's good enough. Next problem is that I have now arrived at my destination, the Pettigrew house. It's open from noon to 5 daily. They give tours once an hour. But my problem is that as I walked up, I saw the lady come outside, take the open sign, and go back inside with it. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Hopefully I get the tour today, because that's this week's video, and I don't know what I'm going to do if that doesn't go down. So we're just going on the fly here. We're going by the seat of our pants, and we're going to do our best to get it done. But right now, I have to go inside here and find out if they're even giving tours today. Keep your fingers crossed. Locked. Bad news. Bad news. As I was going to go up to the stairs to check it out and see if they were giving tours or not, I saw the lady who come out to get the sign. She was with what I presume is her husband. They were walking towards a car out on the street. Sure as shit, the damn, excuse my language, but the building was locked up tight. So I don't know if maybe she's going out for lunch and she's going to be back. But damn, you're only open for 5 hours a day. Do you have to leave during that to have lunch with your husband? Come on, you only work 5 hours a day. You kidding me? I work 60 hours a week. So I don't know what's going on, if today's video is going to happen or not happen. I really have no idea. All I can do is try to call. I'm going to stay kind of close to the area. Maybe I'll go down to the falls and hang out or something, but I'm going to try to stay close to the area and check back in case they do open up, because I need them to be open to make this video happen. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short 3-minute video showing the exterior of the house, and that's going to be that. This is no bueno. No bueno. Unexpected challenges. This is the bullshit you have to deal with as a content creator. You are open from 12 to 5, 7 days a week. Why is the building locked at 1:30 in the afternoon? Come on. So anyway, who knows what's going on here? These are the adventures, right? These are the things we sign up for. So, hi, Dios mío. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Out of the frying pan into the fryer. As my mom used to say, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Okay, so I called on the walk back to the car. I called and their phone number rolls over to the phone for the old courthouse museum. And I explained the situation to the lady who answered the phone there. She was very kind. What she told me is that they had to close today because they're having some type of mechanical issues to deal with, and that they are hoping to reopen tomorrow morning. So, wow, my whole video idea shot just like that. But it's not a complete loss, because I needed to go a few blocks farther away from here to get some B-roll footage of a statue of Richard Pettigrew. So that was going to be an inconvenience to do that at the end of all of my shooting anyway. It's a bright sunny day. It's nice and beautiful. So I'm going to go down and at least get that B-roll footage shot. The other silver lining here is that, like I say, I had to do my intro in a couple of takes. I'm not 100% confident that I laid things out the way I wanted to. So this gives me an opportunity to go back home, watch what I already filmed, decide what I like and I'm going to keep, what I need to redo, and let's just pray that they are open tomorrow. So that I can go back. And if I need to redo part of it, I'll redo part of it at that time. And the main thing is I just want to get in there and see this house and get this video done. The other thing is it's not even guaranteed that they're going to be open tomorrow. So if they're not, then tomorrow is the last day I can film in order to get everything edited and to make my Wednesday at 1 upload time to go live with the videos. So I also need to come up with a backup plan for a different video to do in case the Pettigrew house is not open tomorrow. If it's not, I might have to put that video off until next week, film something else tomorrow, or maybe even today if I decide what to do. But for now, I'm just going to go down. I'm going to take a look at this statue, get some shots of it, get some more coffee, and regroup. Speaking of coffee, if you'd like to support this debauchery, I'll leave a link down below in either the description or the pinned comment, or probably both. You could buy me a coffee should you be feeling generous and have the means. Otherwise, let's just keep rocking. We'll see how this thing turns out. Who knows what video we're doing this week? I don't even know anymore. No idea. Guys, this is no bueno. No bueno. The entire sidewalk down to the statue and the entire area around the statue complex is fenced off, no entry, some type of construction going on, renovating the building down there. I don't know what's happening, but I can't get to the statue. Today's lesson in content creation is starting to be expect the unexpected. I don't know what's going on. I've been planning this video since over a week ago. Say a week anyway. Been planning this video. I get to the location just in time to see them close it for mechanical problems. We don't know if it'll be open or not. I figured let's make the best of it, go get some B-roll of the statue. I can't get to the statue. The whole sidewalk is closed, and it's definitely going to be that way for several weeks to come. So the statue is not even going to be in the video at all. So I don't know. Expect the unexpected. I'm still going to hold out to do the Pettigrew house video tomorrow, but I need to start thinking of a backup video to make just in case. Because I've got a few hours left of daylight today that I could go out and film. I haven't looked at the weather forecast, but I presume that tomorrow's weather is going to be about the same as today. So I could go somewhere else and do a different video if I need to, but I really want to stick to the plan and show off the Pettigrew house. So fingers crossed again. Second time I'm crossing fingers in one video, and that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Expect the unexpected. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just hope this thing comes together. All right, guys, I feel like this video is just a series of just never-ending random cuts, but I'm just trying to document the process of the things we have to go through. I wanted to give one quick little update. I'm back, obviously, at Casa de Quackers. I've had a chance to review the footage. There's a couple of things I deleted because I did a couple of retakes, and there was no reason to keep the one that I'm not going to use, right? So I deleted out the garbage.
I looked at what I have, and it's pretty decent. It's not perfect, but the goal here is not perfection. The goal is just to be 1% better than I was last week, and I think it's definitely a minimum of 1% better, if not more. So I'm happy with it, but I may redo a couple of parts of it when I go back out, just so that I kind of have a choice of which one I think is better to use. One thing I have to remember to do laundry tonight so I can wear these same clothes, because I don't want to end up with a video where just random mid-video I'm wearing different things. That would be odd, right? So these are things you have to think about, especially when your shooting day gets inadvertently put off into a multi-day event. Anyway, so I'm going to go back out tomorrow. Hopefully the Pettigrew house is going to be open. I'm going to redo what I did today, just so that I can choose which version I think is better of each segment. Hopefully we're going to get inside the house tomorrow, because that was the whole objective, right? It's the inside of the house that is the video I'm making. It's the inside of it. It's been preserved for over a century. It's furnished just the way it used to be when the man lived there. And I want to get a look at it. I want to show it. So that's the whole video. If I can't get inside, there's no video. So I need a backup plan as well, right? I have one in mind. If I can't get into the Pettigrew house tomorrow, then I'm just going to flip it. The video that I had in mind for next week, I'll film tomorrow. That's at a place that does not close. All I need is for the weather to cooperate and allow me to be there. So that's one option. If the weather doesn't cooperate, then I have a backup to my backup, because I can, I have an indoor location I go to. It's not exactly the type of video I want to make, but it's at least a video. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Plan A, Pettigrew house. Plan B, I'll flip to next week's video, and then next week I'll do the Pettigrew house, and I'll just reverse the order. Plan C, if the weather goes to hell on me, then I'm going to go to an indoor location. Like I say, it's not the type of video that I plan for the channel, but at least it'll be a video, and I can continue to get things out. So today's not gone as planned. Not gone as planned at all. Pray for me that tomorrow goes better, please. So let's see. Sooner or later, the Pettigrew video is going to come out. It's just a matter of when at this point. I don't know what's going on down there, but I hope they get it sorted today. Okay, so now it is day two. Day two. It's a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we are getting a late start, but it's okay. It was my friend's birthday today, and I really wanted to take her out to lunch and see her on her special day. That was one of the scheduling difficulties that I had mentioned in my last video. So I went out, did that, did the lunch thing. Then I came back and I called the Pettigrew house. Bad news. They're still closed for whatever the maintenance issue was they were having. They are still having it. They said they hope to be open tomorrow, which is the same thing that they told me yesterday. So swing this around. It's a little bright over that way. So they're still closed. They hope to be open tomorrow. I can't really rely on them being open tomorrow. And even if they are, they don't open until noon. They're open from noon to 5. And I have my 1 p.m. drop time. It takes hours to render the video, even after it's edited. It takes even more time to upload. So that's going to really crush my 1 p.m. Drop time. I had another video in mind to do as a backup, the one that I originally planned to do next week. I was just going to flip the order, but I want to make sure I do that video extra proper, and I don't feel like I'm properly prepared for it, and I don't want to rush into it just for the sake of having a video this week. So new plan is I'm not really going to have a video on that channel this week, but I'm going to have a video about not having a video, if that even makes sense, but it's really all I can do. Like I said yesterday, you got to expect the unexpected. I apologize for that loud truck in the distance. I guess this puts the noise canceling to the test. We'll see if it's loud or not. But anyway, yeah, I guess this week's video is going to be a video about not having a video. I don't know how I'm going to pull that together, but I've got limited hours of daylight left, so I need to figure something out quick and get it going. And once I know what I'm going to do, I'll be back to cue you in. The saga continues, and still no damn Pettigrew house. Okay, so here we are. It's a beautiful day, if not cold and windy. It's about 50 degrees. I'd say the wind's gusting at about 20 miles an hour. I've got my windscreen on.
I think this wind might be pushing the limits of it though, so hopefully it doesn't come through too bad. If nothing else, I know it will at least muffle it and make it not as bad, right? Better to have that than nothing. So here we go. We're at Yankton Trail Park. We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to make a video about not having a video, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to say. I'm just going to wing it, and we'll see what we come up with. These are the days of our lives, right? Like sands through the hourglass. So let's go. I'm going to make the video, and I'll update you along the way. We'll see what happens. Wow. I got so busy into filming and storytelling, I almost forgot about the backstage part. I think it's coming together good so far. I'm at Yankton Trail Park, as you know, and I'm telling the history associated with the wagon trail that was used to connect Sioux Falls as an early settlement to the territorial capital of Yankton, a little south of here, and telling stories associated with that trail. I have not yet even gotten to the news about the Pettigrew house or why I have no video this week, but it turns out I'm getting a video together anyway, even without that, so I think it's going to be okay. I just wish the wind would die down. As you can see, I've got hood up and everything. It's about 50 degrees, which would be nice if not for the wind, but the wind makes it a little bit chilly for this duck. Just thought I'd give you guys a little shot of the river along with the update. Okay, I've finished talking about all the historical stuff that I know about this trail, which was more than I realized until I started saying it. I didn't realize how much I knew. But I've finished all of that, and I've transitioned into talking about the problems that I encountered trying to make the Pettigrew house video, and I'm just kind of winging it as I go. So we'll see how it comes together. Okay, so I got all of that explained now. I've covered the history. I've covered the whole Pettigrew video debacle, how that fell apart. Now I'm just going to close it up and take a little speed walk down to one last location that I want to show in that video before I end it and shut it down. So far it seems to be coming together okay. We won't know for sure till we get it edited though, right? That's when we know for sure. So fingers crossed yet again. Okay guys, so that's a wrap. I got it done. I just finished doing my closing shot. I guess that's going to be vlog number 3. I feel like it came together okay. Like I say, you don't know till you get it edited, right? I might get home and I might realize that I forgot a whole section of scene to cover, or you just don't know what's going to happen until it's editing. It's just a gut feeling that it turned out okay, but I feel like it's all right for a week with no video. We made a video anyway, and this is 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row. I'm so happy about that. Anyway, I had almost forgotten, because I started this whole ordeal out yesterday, right? So I had almost forgotten that I mentioned to you that I got recognized and that I would tell you about that at the end of the video. It was hysterical to me, but it was also very embarrassing, and it's since happened again. Since yesterday, it's happened again. So as of right now, I only have 2 videos on the Quackers World channel, right? This is going to be number 3. Not this one, but the one I just made. This behind the scenes, different channel, backstage. Anyway, so I only have 2 videos on the channel at the moment. And Friday night I was at work. I work overnight, and I was going to first break at 10 p.m. And I usually go out to my car, watch some YouTube, whatever. I don't stay in the building. I don't go to the break room. So I was on my way out of the building, and I passed through security. And as I passed through security, I see the pit trainer. It's a guy named Cody, and he's standing over there talking to one of the security guards. And when he saw me, he got really, really excited. He said, "Quackers, I saw your YouTube." And I was terrified when he said this. I really was. I expected that maybe in 6 or 8 months, something like that might happen. And I didn't mind, because in 6 or 8 months, I'll be much better at making videos than I am right now. I didn't want people to see it at this early stage. But he didn't. He was excited. And he said, "Quackers, I saw your YouTube." And I said, "How? How? How is it possible?" And he said, "Brooklyn showed it to me." Now, I work around Brooklyn all the time. I talk to her multiple times a week. I know who Brooklyn is, but I was so shocked at what he told me that I was drawing a blank. So I said, "Who is Brooklyn, and how did they know?"
And he said the PA from Rebin, a PA at Amazon is a process assistant. You can think of them as being like the assistant manager of a department. So he said the PA up in Rebin. And I said, how did she know? And he said, you showed up in her recommended feed. He said, you showed up in her recommended feed and we watched it. And I said, how is that possible? I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. And he said, I know. We watched both episodes and we're going to watch again next week. So I was like, Cody, you're tripping me out, man, because it's one thing to do this, knowing that no one's going to see it. It's something else entirely to do it, thinking that people you work with might see it. And he said, not might see it. We did see it and we're going to watch again next week. Which was hysterical, but it really got in my head. I spent the next hour and a half just thinking about who else did she tell? Who else's recommended feed did I show up in? And it really got in my head. I left at 11:45 that night, halfway through my shift. I only worked half a shift that night. I was like, I don't know who else knows about this, but I'm not sticking around to find out. And then today is my friend Ashley's birthday. So I took her out to lunch for her birthday. And on the drive over, I forget what we were even talking about, but we were talking about something unrelated. And just out of nowhere, she blurts out, I saw your YouTube. And again, I said, how? How? And she said, you showed up in my recommended feed. And she said, it happened the same day that you told me about your coworkers seeing you. And so I didn't know if I should say anything or not, but I just want you to know that I saw the videos. And it's kind of cool because she said she might want to be in one sometime. And that would be really awesome if she was, because she has such a good personality and I think people would love to see it. But that's twice now involving 3 people with 2 videos. So, wow. But the good news about that is that it proves that the algorithm is working, right? It proves that it's putting my videos out and testing them in front of new people. And it also seems to know that the people that will find my videos most interesting are people who live here in the Sioux Falls area. So that's who it's testing it in front of. And I am happy about that, but I do wish I had been further into the process but before it happened, because I would like to be making better quality videos before someone I actually know in real life comes across it. So far, the only person I send them to is my mother. So anyway, that was on the Quackers World channel, not this channel. So hopefully this channel doesn't show up in anyone's recommended, because this channel got 1 subscriber right now. How embarrassing. But if you do ever see it, Cody in Brooklyn, thank you for watching. I hope you really do watch the vlog this week, even though it almost didn't happen. And Ashley, if you ever show up, see this in your recommended, happy birthday. You're an amazing person, and I'm really lucky that I know you. So, yeah, that's the behind the scenes of the Pettigrew house that turned out to be behind the scenes of the history of the Yankton Park Trail. That video is going to drop tomorrow at 1. I'm definitely 100% going to edit and upload it before I do this one. So as soon as that one's uploaded, I'll start editing this one. I don't know if by the time you see this, that video is probably already dropped. If it has, I'll leave a link down in the comments below if you're interested in checking it out. Until then, I'll see you next time. I love you guys. Quackers out.